Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video. I am the Casual Racing Gamer, and today we are going over Grid Legends and how to make the graphics actually look better. Yes, look better. And I will actually show you through the lens what it looks like in the headset. So when you screen capture things like that, screen record in the headset or through OBS or through any kind of like thing like that, you never get to actually see what it looks like in a VR headset. So, things might look bad in the VR headset, but you're seeing a screen capture or a screen record of it, and it actually looks pretty good. So in this video, you're going to actually be able to see what it looks like to the person wearing the headset, and we're going to show the difference between, the standard, the default settings, what you're actually used to seeing, and then if you actually boost some things up, and we'll call that, what should we call that? We'll call that we're going to call it the boosted version. All right. So we'll have the default and we'll have the boosted version. That sounds weird. Let's go with the default and let's go with graphics upgraded. Graphics upgrade. So we'll go default, graphics upgrade, and that's how I'll label them when they're on the screen, so you can see the actual, well, you'll be able to see the difference right away, but I'm going to label them just so you know. So I'll show you how to actually do it, and I'm going to give a shout out to Gamertag VR, who actually put out a video on how to do it. So, none of these ideas are mine, but I'm just actually showing you what it actually looks like in the headset, because I don't think anyone has captured that yet, the actual difference in the actual headset. They've done screen records, but you can't tell the difference between in a screen record. You're actually going to be able to tell the difference in this video. But Gamertag VR actually goes over how to do the steps, but I'm going to show you also quickly how to do it. It's gonna need SideQuest. If you don't know how to use SideQuest, I'm not gonna go over that. There's a lot of videos how to use SideQuest, but I'll go over the things you need to change. And then after when I'm done with that, I'll actually show you. We'll actually show you the screens, and you'll be able to watch for yourself. But shout out to Gamertag VR for the video on that. There's also been posts on Reddit about this, as well as in the actual MetaQuest store. There's a post right here that was put up here. It gives you the settings as well. Now this actual review here talks about changing the FFR to high. I did not change that. I'll show you what I did change, but that actually changes the outer part of the screen, where it makes things clearer on the outer part and not just the center. I did not mess with that. I think it's totally fine without doing that, but that's something you can test out as well. And if you're not comfortable changing your settings on your headset, this is obviously changing things from the default setting. So just be cautious of that, be wary of that. I don't know if anyone's ever had problems changing things like this, but just when you're done changing these settings, a reboot of your headset puts everything back to default anyway. So this is actually something that I'm not happy about. I wish these settings actually stuck if you actually rebooted or powered off your headset, because what has to happen is every time you want to then do this change, every time you reboot your headset, you need to hook it up to a computer. The whole thing I love about the Quest 2 and being a standalone headset is I don't need to be near my computer and I can just play it anywhere. So that's one thing that I wish it was able to stick these settings, but you can't stick the settings once you reboot or restart. So just take that into consideration. So what you want to do is you want to hook up your headset to your computer, go into SideQuest, click on the tool icon, and then what's going to happen is you will go into your headset settings. So what you're going to do is you're going to change your CPU and GPU level to 4. So that's going to give you a little more performance boost. We're going to then change our default texture size to 2048. So we'll get some better resolution in the headset. And then we're going to drop the refresh rate down to 60 Hertz. So we're not trying to push that higher resolution at the default of 72 Hertz. The other thing was the FFR, what we were talking about, that in that actual review that said to change the FFR to high. But again, I left this at default. I left it on the medium setting for default. You guys can mess around with different settings. Once you reboot your headset, all these settings go back to the default setting, so you don't have to worry about not getting back to default. But once you go back to default and you actually play the game with these higher settings, you're gonna be pretty shocked how much better it actually looks. There is kind of frame drops, and you do feel a little bit of lag, especially when you're coming around a lot of turns. I think I feel some frame drops happening there mostly. On straightaways, it's been pretty good. But what is good to you might be different to the next person. They might be willing to they might want to have a smoother experience and then go with the lower graphics, or some people will prefer the high graphics. Now going down to 60 Hertz, people say it might make you dizzy, but everyone handles things differently, so you'll have to see how it works out for you. And I think once you actually see the graphic improvement, and I'm really hoping that Codemaster and EA give us an upgrade to actually make the graphics look this good. And you know, they're not going to be amazing. The graphics aren't amazing when you do this change, but it's enough to make the game look good. And I think it puts the game on another level. All right. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to zip my mouth up and I'm just going to show you screens of the standard version, upgraded graphic version. We'll put them side by side. We'll run them one by one. You might see things while I'm racing where I might actually just stop on the track just to let cars, you know, catch up in front of me so we can see what the cars look like in front. And also I might crash a little bit because I'm actually trying to like steer with my head not in the headset, but looking through like on a camera screen. So it was a little complicated, but I think I did a good job. So we're going to go out here. You know, if you guys can thumb up the video, subscribe, that would be super awesome. So for now, I'm going to say peace out and I'm going to leave you with the Through the Lens recordings. See ya later. Peace.
Last lap was a 1.